My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. It's time to confirm that we're a coward.
Aside and make right what you have wrought.
Of course, we need to do this in anticipation of leading into the 5th chapter of Darkest Dungeon 2
The
here.
wind blew sour. The oceans roiled. The earth shuddered at the coming change. The crossroads. Wait by the lantern's light, and welcome what help may come.
And now let's see who we can get the rest of their pickups here. Stout, Alhazred, plus 10% max HP, plus 20% disease resist. You're also Cosmic Fearing. This might be one of the better opportunities to try and run a nearer to frontline occultist. The only problem is, I still haven't unlocked the GD abilities that make that worthwhile. Also, the Leper certainly seems like maybe they want to come out on this mission. I do want to run a Leper. Do I want to run the Leper and the Occultist, though? Unfortunately, the Leper has a lazy eye, and is so, with all of their ranged abilities, going to do 10% less damage and 5% less crit. You're also a Cadaver Slayer, extra crit chance against them. Natural Eye and Flawed Release here. I know that I did want to run a Runaway. Can I make a position for one? So with Natural Eye range skills getting the buff here, I'm certainly looking to use Firefly and it's actually just untag and tag the appropriate things. I'm certainly looking to use Firefly and Dragonfly as my primary abilities. One problem with that is that if I'm using the Orphan Path in order to get extra damage on Dragonfly from casting it in rank 2, moving back to rank 3 over the course of the cast, and then dealing the +1 burn, I think I then, start losing value when Firefly is less capable of dealing damage from that position. Arsonist, however, plus 33% to burn resistance piercing, burn causing skills also have 10% extra crit. Lower damage, but also a chance to burn at the start of each round. Effectively, we could run
Nothing remains, save a burning will to survive.
a setup by which we Dragonfly into the backline for the sake of Firefly, and Smokescreen and Cauterize. Firestarter could certainly be part of this build. So could Controlled Burn at a point in the future. I don't think I necessarily need to resolve all of that now, though. Alright. Next character. Void Sight Blundering Oof. A neat freak Tangle Tactician in the Man-at-Arms there. I still do like the idea of running a Riposte Man-at-Arms. 5% Resolute Chance and extra stun resist there. Breacher on the Plague Doctor! Oh, buddy. Running to the front of combat at the very start. I see. I don't think I can take that, unfortunately. So one thing I could do would be running a Vestal in the backline to explore the Seraph path.
But unbowed.
A back rank support role that specializes in consecrations, and gain... Oh, when it activates, got it. Gain Divine Light when Consecration activates, and Consecrations last 5 rounds. So we're looking to set up Consecrations of Light and Fortitude, obviously not Hand of Light, from the position we'll be in. And while we will possibly have access to Divine Grace, honestly, just casting Divine Comfort at the appropriate times I feel like is going to more than enough make up for the loss of Divine Grace from this build. Alternatively, I also don't actually need Illumination. Mantra requires that the target has Consecration, but it will remove all the Consecration tokens in order to heal 30% against all of the available targets. I'm happy to run that for a period of time and see how it goes. I really wish the upgrade didn't remove the Consecration tokens, though. Okay, so now we've got a healer, primarily. Although it's worth noting, we do actually do some fire damage with the Vestal as well. Nice to see that. So we've got our very, very backline. I just wonder, because I'm going to want someone who's going to be good in position 3 and 2, because the character is going to be moved forward by necessity of our runaway running away with the dragonfly. Secondarily, it would be nice to have someone who can utilize the combo that might be set up by Dragonfly. And it'd also be good to have someone who's capable of putting out more combo on enemy targets. Okay. That's a lot of different things that I want at the same time there. Number one, gotta be a leper.
Making peace with adversity is the very essence of existence.
We're definitely looking for more damage in this position, so we'll take the Tempest path. Lower max HP, lower speed, higher disease resist, higher debuff resist, and higher chop skill damage. I cannot wait to unlock Hugh. Oh, baby. Oh, what a good time that'll be. For the moment, I think we can drop Purge. Solemnity will keep. Chop will keep. Reflection, I'll keep. I kind of want to rock Intimidate, too. Just to be able to draw attacks off of other targets. I guess I'll run that to open with at least here. Tag Monarch for a second just so that it stops giving me the old interrobang. I mean... it can't just be the Occultist, right? They're stout. I'd love it to be the Occultist, but does this make a garbage party? There's no damage. The Leper does damage. The Vestal is also here. The Runaway does damage. Over time, admittedly. What's our stress management in this build? Good lord! Do I intend to manage my stress in this build at all? What? Okay, so Sanctuary upgraded would give me the ability to defend other characters, and also, if their stress is high enough, lower their stress. Thing is, you can't target yourself, I'm almost certain with this, and if you can't target yourself, you cannot reduce the stress of the Vestal. Might as well be called a Stresstal. Hey Jester, maybe it's your time to shine. You'd pop yourself into finale position relatively early on, you can use that to run them back. And after the finale, you could just start moving back forwards with the Razor's Wit, applying some combo tokens to targets. We'll have the Inspiring Tune for when we desperately need it. I don't need Fade to Black to be able to blind people. It's just, does the Jester need control over moving themselves backwards? Don't necessarily think so. Actually, here's a good question. What Jester are we taking? Because if we're a soloist, we're going for bleed. We're going for damage. We're going for speed. Intermezzo. So song skills bleed the target by 2, which would set up for our Cauterize. Inspiring skill gives 20% resist. Echoing March for bleeding enemies and moving them forward. I really just don't think Intermezzo is an especially good path here unless I do not really plan to utilize any other skills than just Battle and Play Out. Soloist obviously increases the damage of solo. Virtuoso though. Extra max HP, extra speed. I think I'd prefer the extra damage and extra speed. Sorry, extra damage, lower max HP, lower speed. versus lower resistances, higher max HP, and higher speed. So there's our finale. I can use a solo to give double dodge targets to myself, a speed, and move forward 3 spaces, and then on the target, hit damage. I've also got a opportunity in Battle Ballad to be able to rectify some party positioning on part of our leper, using some enti here to be able to push them forwards as well as give them an attack token. Encore gives self, daze, and weaken, but gives the target an extra action. Upgrades to not weaken the self. Interesting. That's really interesting. I think I might be able to do this. So I've got stress management, I've got healing, I've got guard. I've got a small amount of guard, admittedly. I don't have especially good ways of dealing with the exemplar, so I'm going to need to be able to look for items in the future to try and deal with that for us. You see on Curmudgeon there is very bright. Alright. I don't know, maybe I'm a bit bold, but this looks okay.
Lingers long after the final chord has been struck.
I feel like this still looks pretty reasonable to me. Okay, and it gives us the opportunity to explore some of these characters in a different light. I don't often get to run the runaway just throwing out constant burn on all lines, save, you know, the Dragonfly we did previously on the Orphan path, this being the Arsonist path though. I don't often get to run a Jester that has used Finale consistently, and especially the Vestal in the backline using a completely new path for us in the Seraph and trying to exploit the power of consecration. Alright, time to give some names to our team and head on in. Mr. Gibberish heads us up as our leper. We've Patricia, our runaway. We've Neko Hime, our jester. And at the back of the party, we've Rawsome, the Vestal. Aye, sick. Let's do it. I can't perfectly remember what trinket wanted me to take the runaway, but one of them did.
Now, into the crumbling chaos of the world.
At turn start, if you are bleeding, burning, or blighted, gain 2 regen. At turn end, remove them. If a restorative item is equipped, extra healing given and less healing received from skills. Interesting. Apply on crit if the flame is low, daze. If the target has stun, plus 50% damage. Nautical compass. Ah, here we go. Sacred scribblings. Plus 2 to burn duration dealt. And at turn start, if you are 2 or lower in speed, 10% chance to become vulnerable. I don't have a stained item, so I can't use temptation just yet. Nautical compass. At turn end, gain 1 of those tokens. I think all of those tokens would be great on a leper. I'm also going to drop the Appalling Apron on them to begin with here. Neko, you can also have the Bone Mallet, and then we can move onwards. Oh, except for the fact that someone's going to hold the rest of these too. So, if a restorative item is equipped, plus 25% to healing given on this character. I'll let you hold a triage kit and we can see if that's especially useful. Serrated and a weapon in the Bone Saw. I'll let Neko hold that, although I really don't intend to use it for a strong period of time. I'll also have Patricia hold the Wilbur's Flag. And I think that is about all that needs to be written. Roast Pig. I'm definitely going to be saving that for a while. Can't break out the roast pig until everyone's a wee bit stressed and needs a better relationship with one another.
Ahead,
you know,
only trial.
Late November-ish.
The bulwark of your denial is giving way.
Oh no, we're burning! And now you are too.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Beautiful. Plus 100% damage against the target that has got a combo on them. I mean, I could. And then we could just dragonfly again. Nah, I'm not gonna. Oh, that slice off with that bleed, yep, is enough to take one target out already.
Encouraging.
Definitely don't need to use Divine Comfort just yet. I'm gonna put a Consecration of Light on the unit that has not yet attacked, because at the start of their turn, they will gain the bonus. There we go. Also gain the regen from that blight and is going to clear the blight by the end of this turn, but before that, the enemy had combos, so I was not blinded. Simple 15 damage on that burn, good lord. Consecration of Fortitude does not stack, so I can't put two of them in the same position. Can finale my way out of that. One good thing about the party that has dodges like mine currently does is that... Oh, wait a second! It's... Okay. The path says, gain Divine Light when a Consecration activates. Consecrations last 5 rounds. In reality, activation is not placing the Consecration on the field in the first place, as I had feared that it would be. It is literally it activating on a character and giving them a token. One thing I was about to say is that with my party that has the ability to dance a little bit, I can get things like, you know, sorry, not Mr. Gibberish, Nekohime, our Jester, picked up a dodge token from the Consecration of Fortitude, then used Finale to run away and pushed the runaway into that position. So if the runaway went early in the next turn, sorry, if Patricia, our runaway, went early in the next turn, and then used Dragonfly, the Vestal would then pick up the buff instead. So we can get multiple buffs out of a Consecration within a certain round of combat. Huge. Speaking of huge, the Leper absolutely can't do anything but thunk enemies straight to hell personally.
Until the next test is put before you.
Ooh, some apples and cheese. Love to see that when we've got a Leper. Plus 5% on debuff resistance. Matters a huge amount when you're trying not to be blinded by the start of the round. Playing cards, yes! Can I have a tactical thinker, please? The positive quirk you can get from using playing cards on your pod.
The place is a little worse for wear, but familiar nonetheless.
Okay, Tangle, True Evil, we need to exterminate visitor creatures den in order to get Cypress life. Yeah, whatever. Fator, negative 10% to disease, death blow resist, naked and afraid, completed with no stagecoach items equipped, but we got just plus 20% damage base for doing so. Oh, that's a good trinket. That's a good old trinket right there. I want that one.
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
Annoyingly, there is an Almanac the Fator. So if I took this and equipped it, I would have 15% extra damage in taking out the Fator. However, I obviously would not be able to get the plus 20% trinket from it. Oh, Lazy Eye and Curmudgeon. What? No, playing cards is blocked by a Curmudgeon in my party. That's really annoying. That's a lot of relationship. That's 3 relationship bonuses that are denied from the playing cards by courtesy of that. Honestly, I'd kind of rather that not happen, so I think I actually will try and deal with it. Okay.
Experience, however painful, is the greatest teacher of all.
I'm definitely going to go to the Fator.
The tainted crop continues to spread its tendrils of rot and pestilence.
Neko, you definitely need to tag Harvest if we're going here. How often are you going to use Razor's Wit to move yourself forward again? On a scale of 1 to 10, would the answer be 0? I want to do more, or I want to prioritize stress management a little bit, but at the same time, Harvest and Dragonfly are absurd. Incredible damage. Smokescreen, double blind on the target as well as a vulnerability. And a combo token. You can just take that to the back. Cash it in. Divine Comfort's upgrade is also probably the best. I do want to use that constantly, but I also want to put down both of my consecrations pretty quickly, so I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place on that one a bit. I do legitimately believe that Dragonfly is the first one for us here. Gigantic impact. And I also think I'm going to need more damage to push through the next area at a reasonable speed. Oh my god, I have no range damage. I have almost no ability to deal damage to the enemy's backline. Oy boy. I mean, yeah, I got Judgment. Perhaps that will become a bit of a problem. Maybe I'm using Controlled Burn to deal with that. I'm using Controlled Burn to deal with that, but then I don't want Dragonfly to be my upgrade. No, I do want Dragonfly to be my upgrade. I'm just not going to have good range damage for the Fator at the very start here, and then, after that, we'll get back to it, I promise you. I think. Also, I'm, like, completed with no Stagecoach items equipped. A pet is not an item, fundamentally. Medical gear, chance to remove diseases. Some item slots. Inventory slots are not bad, certainly. +1 speed per food gear item equipped. I do really like the idea of just getting a bunch of extra speed on this party. They have DOTs that they'd like to contribute to combat at the very start, especially if possible. That said, none of this is luxury nor food gear. Maybe I take the spacious storage trunk, literally just to have some extra inventory slots to start out with here. Obviously, I don't run it immediately. I don't equip it yet. And then I'm going to get some stale bread, because I do intend to push the most aggressive path in the next area I can. And just suddenly losing one of my backline heroes. In fact, I don't think I need all of the stale bread. Suddenly losing one of my backline heroes would be particularly bad. The only people who would be able to share this dartboard at the moment would be our Vestal and Runaway. Of course not. Low bleed resistances in this next area. Noisemaker's not bad. It's a particularly useful item. It's just the thing about that. Maybe I want to take it. No, I'm going to take 2 whiskey flasks. I'm actually going to end my spending there. I would really like to be able to hold on to a lot of this.
Each improvement, a new variable in the equation of your fate.
This is the... oh boy. I know so little about cars is the thing. This is a cherry red sedan. It might not look like one, but it is. Okay. It's the eldritch corruption that's stopping you from seeing it. Don't worry, it's all good, it's all good. Let's get our DOT classes to get a bit friendly with one another, and then our armored classes. I'll share some debuff resistance, and then Neko and Patricia will pick up some extra food. I hope in the next area to clear Curmudgeon and give myself the ability to use playing cards for the entire team, because it's also going to have a very minimal effect before we actually go to the next area, so I feel like I'm not pressed at all, except by, you know, my inventory space, but that's also not really going to be pressed. You still have unequipped stagecoach items. Yeah, I know. Huh. I'm so glad not to have heard a sound there. It would have been a bad one. The Vator.
The rancid crop grows unchecked and abhorrent.
Alrighty. Over to the left is a supply, then Lair, then question. Thing in the corner, question. Rampart. Okay, so basically this comes down to, do I want a cache, which is very, very good, immediately, or do I want to take the risk that this question mark over here is going to provide us a hero shrine? I'm gonna risk it. Hero shrine, please.
Trails,
Oh, never mind. It's a road fight and an oasis. I actually really do need to hit an oasis. My jester needs to use 3 mineral water to heal other people for the sake of them. There's Dragonblight to start us out. Follow up with a casual harvest. Ooh, gotta love that. Dunk. Just gonna murder that man. There we go. Might as well judge him as well. And with that, I think we are done. I don't have anything additional I can do for value's sake, so we'll just throw one more judgment and run out of the fight.
Greater threats await those who dare.
I'm actually pretty happy to have 2 road fights, not only on this road, but on the road that we're going to have to use to jump back to the Lair afterwards. Because those road fights, as we saw in the last run, can sometimes just give you mastery. And that's sick as hell. Neko says, "Glug! Oh look, my flask is run dry." Forms a better relationship with Patricia, and gives us our sorely wanted mineral rewards. Yes, so 3 of those from our jester will complete the task.
At least it should be.
Of course we're going to the Lair. I believe that's also the last decision we get to make in terms of our pathing.
Your odds carefully. This will not be easy.
Buddy, not only did I calculate those odds, I specifically prepared for them.
Fast, for who knows what.
Why did you have to shoot her right in the body? Oh my god, the crit in response though.
On to the next.
Oh, that target. Real sad times for him. Right. Consec of Light. Let's get some damage in our front line. Bleed me. Bleed me, why don't you? Absolute coward. No bleed, but there's 6 HP over the course of the next couple of turns for us. Oh my god, I just realized how good the Appalling Apron is going to be when we inevitably end up giving it to the Runaway instead. Oh wow, self-sustain. It's real. That character is now dead. They might not think so, but they are.
Messy, but effective.
Excellent. I can pop an early reflection for some stress recovery there too. And you know what? End him. I don't need to risk any more modifications occurring in that combat. It was already on our side.
And blaze the trail to your redemption.
Okay, both of these road fights have been... fine. That said, they haven't been destroying our wheels or giving us oblivion or any of those kinds of things, so even with poor rewards, they're good.
Absolute evil and wretchedness. Prepare yourself.
That's not a different maid, is it? The lady. No, I don't believe that's the special version.
Excellent work.
4 burn for 7 turns. That's 28 damage. Good gosh. Alright. Let's pop a Consec of Light on our frontmost. Oh, you really, really shouldn't have done that. That's just a poor mistake to have made. That said, I can just murder either of the livestock instantly. I'll murder that one because my follow-up is... I'm actually going to use a mineral-rich spring water on myself. Yeah.
Malaise, measured and steady.
I can use Smoke Screen now in order to debuff the lady. Managed to hit the blindness. Three to 5, I couldn't really have expected too much more out of that. Blind attack is... gonna miss. Time to kill some corpses. And heck, I'll even settle for making another one. Level 2 of the Lair now. Oh, play card. Hell yeah. We've been mulched. Disease resist. Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah. Plus 100% disease resist courtesy of the Leper's Tempest path is very impactful there, as it turns out. Let's use a Dragonfly and fade away. I'm actually gonna roll for... wait, hang on. No, there's a combo on the frontline target. Okay. I am gonna go with the Consecration of Light immediately again. Sickly sweet. Unfortunately, our Jester is now taunted. But, Mother's Embrace is enough. I can use Finale to get out of this line too. And I will. Dang. Alas, it still sets up better for the Leper who follows. Swing! Oh, the Nautical Compass has given us a crit token on the Leper. Gotta make sure we use that well. Let's get some regen on all party members, courtesy of the Divine Comfort there. Oh no, disease. Hemic rot. Weaken. That could be a lot worse, frankly. I'm gonna pop a reflection to remove my blindness. And get a combo on the dinner cart, as that will activate the ability to hit with Firefly very effectively.
Steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Let's also continue bleeding the dinner cart.
Dissection, an unavoidable end.
I think manually moving back might be reasonable there still. I would love to just be able to hit the enemy's backline though. There we go, withstand, getting even more buffs, and some taunts, that's relevant. Characters aren't going to be pulled ahead of me anymore. Certainly kept up our burn. And I believe that's enough. Yeah, the dinner card is not getting further beyond this for a multitude of reasons, including a crit for 33. I'm gonna use smoke screen. Yeah. In general, I think what I'm trying to do here is just set up for thump! Another crit, even more stress recovery. Wait a second! Pile of ash! Is this a good one? When moving, dodge plus token 50% of the time. When using backdraft, gain stealth. And at combat start versus gaunt, gain +1 stress. Brilliant Brew, extra duration for Blight, so it's basically similar to what the Runaway is currently holding, but the blighted version. Ghastly Gruel. Each hero on turn end heals 2, 33% of the time. If you're in rank 4, give extra healing. If you're in rank 1, receive extra healing. And the bumper crop, extra max HP, lower death blow resistance. I think this is great. Bottle case for increasing the stacking of concoctions and powders, as well as getting extra items out of the Olympic retort. Let's go. This is right. This is good.
Born to a corpulent, half-eaten mother, the child is a ravenous avatar of degeneracy.
I see, I didn't even tag control burn on before this fight. Alas. I also don't really want to use Dragonfly until one of the target's the Harvest Child, so I'm going to set up a smoke screen first. Oh no, I didn't manage to debuff resist with the leper in the front line, so now the leper is going to eat. I'm going to give a Consecration of Fortitude to the second line. I'm going to need to start being able to use Judgment for damage, and that'll help. Yeah, there goes the blindness, and unfortunately, I'm too hungry. Lovely to be weakened there. Oh, lovely to be missed, rather. Whoops. Fire starter. Yeah, I think I used Firefly to start burning. 3 for 7 turns, 21 damage. Hey, nice, we resisted it.
This is no time to falter.
I fed the hunger, but I was not healed for doing so. Oh boy. I may have made an awful mistake a while ago. Please don't kill him. I know Deathblow resist is lower in this area, and I know that he has a DOT on him as well. I can use a triage kit. Yay. And will.
Solidarity may yet arrest this collapse.
Get the hell back up, buddy. I'm not done with you yet. I do think I need to just be throwing out the burns consistently here, because none of my other damage is consistent, unfortunately. Give a Contact of Light to the front line, despite the fact it's not really going to be able to activate here. Grand. If you're gonna let me throw out a big chop, I'm gonna do it. I need to. Oh god. That bleed is so big. Yep. I'm gonna cauterize our Jester, clearing the bleed as well as healing. No. Leper, can you stop eating every single turn? What's your debuff resistance? 30? I could use Mantra, removing all consecration tokens in order to heal 30% on each of the targets. Also use Judgment. I'm gonna Judge. Burn connects. Oh! Currently, the Jester is not gonna attempt to eat. That's great. I'm gonna use Mineral Rich Spring Water for the sake of our backline there, and then use Finale for damage on the Harvest Child, and running away as far as I can. That also gives the Leper the ability to strike the enemy directly again for 20 damage. And our Vestal has already picked up more charges of Conviction. Unfortunately, moves forward and cannot sustain that position.
Agony by accumulation.
That Maws of Life was not especially friendly for our runaway. Rolling Dragonfly to get the boss onto Death's Door. Thank heck it died to its DOT, so now I don't have to worry. That was a bit of a nightmare.
A fortune in memories long forgotten.
Okay, awesome. I think we do need to change our skills a little bit. Judgment's nice to have some damage. But, what about, what about Divine Grace? What about it? It just seems cool. It just seems cool and fun and neat and friendly. I'd like if the threshold for using Divine Grace was higher. Yeah, so 33% would be good. So I'll need to upgrade that. As for everyone else, I think you pretty much had the right stuff going on. Neko, you can now hold another mineral-rich spring water. We can give Gibberish the burn resist tool, except I'll swap that with a bone saw because the bone saw can actually be used from position 1. And then in terms of our trinkets, Pile of Ash for the runaway. Don't see a reason not to do that. And Ghastly Gruel. Yeah, absolutely. Rank 4, extra healing given. And each hero on round end has a chance to heal, just courtesy of you existing. I'd love to get a field hospital, but I suspect I'm not going to. We do get a creature's den, though. And some extra mastery, as well as some additional benefit when I deliver its remains. Hey, speaking of additional benefit, we'll get a relationship trigger. Rawsome, who do you hate the most? Everyone who is not Mr. Gibberish, so our leper will take that. Where's your dodge token? You moved!
Steady yourself.
That's a nightmare. That's 15 more damage. More HP than that target has. Gotta roll the early Divine Comfort, start getting some regen in there. Let's withstand. I'm gonna taunt, pull some attacks on myself here in the front line. I'm blind and they're dodging plus, but I removed all those tokens at once, which is good enough, I guess. Also, that spider is now dead to its own DOT, so I no longer need to interact with it. Oh, that's enough. That's another action prevented. Love to see that. He's not blinding him. Give Consecration and Fortitude to that position, because that's often the position where we take the most damage. I'm gonna use Intimidate as well to taunt again, weakening a target. Yes, but I don't care is the thing. Consecration of Light. And happily pop a harvest, and that managed to kill a gravestone. That's important.
Hold fast.
Oh no, I've been blinded!
In the beyond.
Legitimately, that actually may prevent us from being able to kill this turn. I was thinking about possibly setting up a combo token just in case something like that happened. Alas, I did not. I should have foreseen. Well, they both basically wasted their turn there. So I should make sure that I take as much of my own time here to recover.
Calculated generosity.
It was a calculated generosity. I don't even recognize it. How much extra do I think I can get done? Not an especially large amount. But the Vestal will get nothing done from position 1, so I'll use smokescreen instead of anything else. Maybe I should have considered break. It would be a very good option here for trying to take down the Carrion Devourers. Without it, I am going to use Withstand to pull the attacks onto myself. Raises Wit to start cutting through it a bit as well.
Incremental.
That's fine. I've got combo on the target.
All the same.
So it can still hit, and still crit, and put you down on death's door. Absolutely brutal. Definitely need to use Divine Comfort whenever it's available, as soon as it's available. I'm so glad that even without taunt, they've still elected to hit the tauntable target. Very, very kind of them to do. Oh yeah, as if I'm gonna cauterize. Remove the bleed that's about to remove itself as well as give us extra burn? I don't think so. Rudely, I do believe I actually do have to spend that judgment there. Especially because that bad boy's about to eat. It'd be nice if he had a DOT on him as well. Certainly time for some fortitude. I just don't want that crit token to be used. I think my best way to try and deal with that is smokescreen right now. God. Blinded, at least we're not dead.
Measure out your violence, and apply it judiciously.
Thankfully, I think I've sorted this now. Oh no, I still need to be in the back position to be able to use Divine Comfort. Which means I can't do what I'd previously planned. Oh well. I was gonna use Dragonfly and it was gonna be good, it was gonna be fun. Instead, I'm just gonna have to use my Dodge Plus token. And then settle for the Divine Grace for 18 more HP. I know that the other unit will at least go down to the ground. And dies to the death blow at the start of the turn. Okay, yeah, stress management in the party's not going great.
In this world, wealth is worthless without purpose.
2 mastery and remove all diseases, though, when I do already have a disease.
Whispers.
Hard to be sad about that in any way, shape, and or form. Yeah, I'm gonna take the left path for the possibility. There's also a road combat that I can use for some stress recovery. Possible mastery. I'm not going to invite disappointment into my life by hoping.
Slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Let's give that a Consecration of Light. Actually, I probably needed Divine Comfort that turn, right? Yeah, that was the Divine Comfort turn. Oops. In order to not screw this up, I'm going to slow walk for a little bit. I need to get the Jester back into the backline. I wonder if I should just manually move forward. Actually, the Jester doesn't need to be in the backline until we have additional stress on the backliner, which should be soon, but hasn't happened yet.
On to the next.
Absolutely got him with that low blow, buddy. Oh boy. I was really hoping to just smack back for an instant kill. Finale will put me in the back line.
And effective.
Smoke screen the enemy there. Hey, you know what? Possible relationship trigger? Dang. Really needed to cast Divine Comfort on turn 1 there. I've got to start thinking about, like, is this fight going to last 5 rounds? Because if not, a Consecration might not be appropriate necessarily in this position. Maybe I would benefit from something a little bit more short term. I could I could simplify it down to...
Full of the forbidden and the forgotten.
Simplify and summarize it down to just the, if it's a location fight, I'll possibly use Consecration, otherwise I should start with the Divine Comfort. Makes sense. Neko says, pathetic little creature! Let's free it. Forms a better relationship with Patricia as a result, and is compassionate and has bad digestion. Plus 10% for positive relationship chances, and also food might not have a benefit. I really hope you still get to eat high off the hog with the other, the food thing I have for you. Oh, it's a hoarder. Oh, it's a hoarder. Shreds of decency! Ah! Bah humbug. Wait, I actually have enough to buy one of these! What? When stress damaged, heal 33%. 10% of the time. Right. Playing cards. Annoyingly, Curmudgeon is now among 2 different quirks that I need to possibly remove. I kinda want to get another playing cards though. Anchoring Charm makes it much less possible to move Mr. Gibberish. Burn Resist. No, there's a Noxious Weapon, and then there's a Poison Ring for activating it. Not really relevant to us. Oh, Griddle for cooking food. Okay, this might be more my speed. Everyone likes flapjacks.
A sound investment in roads yet untraveled.
I will buy the second playing card. And I don't think any of those are going to help me worth the relationship buffs I might otherwise be able to purchase. I suspect I should leave now. On, give me your dead, yes! Hero Shrine! I just want to learn more about the leper, because the more and more I learn, the more and more I love the leper. Just overall, in general, holistically, top to
We
bottom.
must understand the past if we are ever to be free of it.
Especially that bottom. Echoes of the past, Mr. Gibberish. What have you to say?
Chapter 4. The Purge.
The start of the franchise?
He had shown his compassion. Now, he would show his fury.
Yeah. Alright. On self, give a block plus token. On target, give a combo token. Do 2 damage, and it has a cooldown of 2. It's also the Calm Sea. Heal 10 on self, we have 35 HP. Negative 4 to stress and remove blight. And then finally, Denounce Treachery. Ignores dodge. It removes dodge and removes their attack token. And has a 33% chance of giving them combo. Finally, Executioner's Swing requires the target to have combo and then kills them for it. So let's do it. I'm going to mark that Traitorous Advisor. They're going to whisper some plots. Oh, now it's got an attack token. Oh no, what am I going to do with it? Anyway. Ooh, I see you furtively skulking. Brandishing a hidden blade. For 1 damage, but some blight. I want to denounce some treachery, removing all the tokens on the enemy frontliners, as well as adding combo to one of them. Whispered Plots does not then prevent me from being able to follow up with an Executioner's Swing. However, the possibility that I would die due to my stress soon after this probably should prevent me. Well, only 1 action occurs before me. I'm gonna risk it. Hidden Blade does 5 damage in 1 stress. Excellent. That's exactly what I want. Now I get to heal my full 10 HP, I get to remove 4 stress and remove the blight all at the same time very happily. Gonna whisper a plot? Oh, you've got a Hidden Blade, I see. I want to leave Denounce Treachery ready. And also, I think... yeah, I can't analyze them, it doesn't look like. But I think they can only use their... I think they can only use from the front position Hidden Blade to attack and move backwards, so that was a life-saving tech right there. Executioner's Swing kills the target that was about to attack me. And then let's calm this sea. I'm sorry, but you are my final traitorous advisor. And the other ones before they left told me to kill you. Don't believe me? Read their name tags. Says it right there. Get him, buddy.
His blade had broken.
Yes!
But so too, the treasonous plot.
Q is finally unlocked! From the front 2 positions, you can hit the enemy front 2 positions at the same time. Ignores blind when the combo, and when the target has combo, and gives blind to the self. Yes! Let's drop... I don't need both Solemnity and Reflection. I'm going to drop Reflection. I'll probably pick it back up again relatively... at some point. Break... I don't think Break's especially important right now. I'd rather actually have the taunt, I think. Okay. Now. We've got Hue activated. That's all I wanted. It's here. We have it. Of course, now we have a rampart to push our way through. No problem with that, though. And then another inn will become customed by us. The Altar of Cowardice. Apply to the attacker after hit, knockback 2, 15%, 25% of the time. Oh, sick. Okay. Well, Dragonfly, how far do I go? Whee! Right to the back of the party. That's a combo on both of the enemy frontliners right there. I'd love to see that. We will be in this fight long enough, certainly, to use the Consecration of Fortitude and all. I'm gonna put the Consecration of Light down first, I believe, though. And you know what? There's that Herald that's gonna try and burn us with the first trumpet. I'm going to use Ablated Powders on Rawson, so that I might de-stress when that occurs. Anyhow, returning to Consecration of Light. No, we got burned! That was 90. Literally a 4% chance to have connected. Oh, buddy. That's so rude. I think I should just directly chop the Evangelists in the second. Because they were so close to dying. I'm thinking about smoke screening the Evangelist to try and weather its crit better, but realistically, I'm not going to get a great amount of opportunities to try and damage the enemy backline here, so I should really take it when it's offered on a golden plate as it just was. Nice attempt to Clarion Call. That unit goes down to the ground and is almost certainly going to die. Vestal, what can you do from position 2 at the moment? Consecration and Divine Comfort. Would I be comfortable with that? Because a finale against the altar might be my best opportunity to try and take it out this round. Perfect. And yeah, realistically, I do probably need a Divine Comfort. Seems like it's an appropriate time in order to start withstanding some stuff.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Actually, setting up combo on a target that already has combo feels a bit bad. I'm just going to use the Firefly to continue trying to burn the Herald in the backline. There's the Divine Comfort we were looking for. And Jester definitely want to stay in the backline at the moment. Ooh, crit token. Just because the Jester is going to be using Inspiring Tune, hopefully multiple times.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Alright. There's no worship token for the Evangelist, so the Herald is now dead. Has no more ability to do anything. I'm going to set up a combo token for the sake of our Leper. Start with Solemnity. And here I will blind the target with a crit token. They resist, unfortunately. That's what I pay for it. Crunch. A little bit of stress reduction there for us. I'm gonna have Rawsome manually move forward so that Neko is now in position to be able to use Inspiring Tune one more time. I'm gonna use the Mineral-Rich Spring Water to bring the Vestal back to a better position, and Inspiring Tune personally on the Runaway in the backline. I really wish I had a move for the Vestal to be able to move back, and I really wish I had a move for the Runaway to be able to move forward. Do I? Because Ransack does that, but I don't want Ransack. So am I just full of garbage? Am I just lying? Am I just going online and lying? Alright. Could have been a lot worse. Spoken sharply. If a stained item is equipped, gain on hit, heal 4. Negative 33% to max HP. That's really cool. Imagine a Vestal just tanking with that. Dark Impulse. Movement resist. Oh boy. What? That's really good too.
The loathing abates.
Okay, so what if, just for the sake of argument, what if I did give the Leper an extra action every round? And then the Appalling Apron were available for... Oh, no. Actually, legitimately, like, Pile of Ash is just occasionally giving us a dodge token. It's not that great. Extra tokens for someone who might use them. I kinda really like it. Yeah. I kinda, extremely, definitely really like it, and we're gonna use it.
A fortifying meal, a strong drink, and finally, rest.
Was that a burn salve? I think that was a burn salve, not a healing salve. Mostly the same to me, frankly. At this point in time, for this character, in this, etc., etc. There are big differences
The fire is
otherwise.
lit. The table is set. The inn awaits its favorite guests.
We've got a Fanatic's Lair and some last gasps on Patricia. We've got the Nekohime, bad digestion, but that's been cured. Or the Hemic Rot has been cured now with the Peculiar Secretion delivery. There's our plus 20% damage. And the supplies, donations to our cause. What? What's this one's for? Did I? Huh. I have no clue what that one was for. Alas.
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end. Planning and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharpened steel.
Oh man. The Tangle, which I want to go to because I want to kill the Tangle, the boss of the... Oh boy, the boss of the Tangle is going to be really difficult. I can't hit the enemy backline consistently very well. I would have to like... I could use Hearthlight every second turn in order to hit it, but I'm then not dealing damage with my damage dealing class. Firefly gives burn to an adjacent monster when the target has combo, so if someone else sets up combo on the enemy taproot, I would then be able to exploit that. If I really want to go for the Tangle boss, it's gonna be an effort. It's gonna be an effort and a half. Oh wow. Possible removal of the quirk that I need to deal with. You know what? I'm gonna give it a chance. Please remove Curmudgeon. It would be really handy. Rude.
An accomplishment worth remembering. Any advantage is a good thing.
Surgeon's Mixing Kit and Alembic and Retort are more powerful than they otherwise might be. Unfortunately, the Mortar and Pestle is none of those. Songbook of Rousing Tunes, Songbook of Touching Dirges. I think I might go with the Songbook of Touching... Maybe I go 2 Songbooks of Touching Dirges and 2 Songbooks of Rousing Tunes. Just to try and get some party relationship stuff.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Crit positive there was especially useful. Got a very friendly, a friendly... some neutral relationships. Could have been a lot worse. All of the hero pairs get +1 with one another, and we get some de-stress. Never mind, I actually don't need to use the songbooks, the other songbooks. In fact, I just got the food to do it for us. Oh man, everyone has so much HP. Let's give it literally as much thought as it possibly can have. Because, like, if I can stack enough items, I might be able to try and take out the Lair boss still. You know what, Neko, you have really good relationships already. You don't need to be involved in the cards. So we have a 17, a 16. We have one relationship at level 16. So that is one that I could easily buff up. Lazy Eye and Curmudgeon, those are the two people I believe who can't take that. It's Gibberish and Neko. There we go, another 17, another considerably higher chance for a positive relationship between the two. 45% now at 50% for Patricia. We might get a negative relationship with Rawsome. Rawsome, unfortunately, has the chance to get negative relationships with multiple people. Bone Mallet is nothing. Negative 100% death blow resist. That's fine. We are specific. We've got negative 100 from the trinket, negative 50 from the trophy. Like, we know. This is intentional. That said, the damage trinket definitely wants to go on the leper, so, like, could anyone else hold temptation effectively? I don't think the leper has an especially... Oh, never mind. Sorry, the leper. The jester. I think the jester does have a problem with it. Got some extra bleed resist, which makes me a bit happier. I'm worried that the jester will just trigger the damage and die. But I guess that is the risk you're taking here. Obviously, having it on our leper in the front line makes it pretty comfortable that that's not going to occur. I could also have the leper in the front line gain... Nah. Being healed every time we hit is not ultimately going to help as much as I would like. 20% extra damage on the character that doesn't hit. I mean, I'm not actually using the Bone Mallet, so I could just give the extra damage to the Jester, which is probably the right thing to do, but I'm not happy about it. There are other options that are sicker, spicier. And the Cat Sayson content has to be considered. That's all I'm saying. It's worth something. Alright, I'm gonna also make sure that I don't put myself in the position where I overfill my inventory consistently because I refuse to use any of my items, so my time in the desert. Who wants to be stealthed? Gotta be Neko, right? Speed bag. Who wants to... I was trying to put that on Neko! Whatever, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I hope it doesn't kill us. I think we're about as prepared as we possibly can be for the next area. Let's look at our mastery.
Listen, practice, improve.
Intimidate. It's a way to gain some useful tokens. You can direct hits of the enemy. I just don't think I need it to be able to remove stealth. Q's extra damage is obviously great. Solemnity feels unnecessary here. But I guess it might have only felt unnecessary courtesy of the bib that I was wearing, removing all of my DOTs. Patricia? Oh, controlled burn obviously makes a huge amount of sense with the Dreaming General fight. Pop it on the position under them. Cauterize is currently like a safety tag. Firefly is intended to be a significant contributor to our damage. Smokescreen's so good. How can I not take Smokescreen though? You know what I don't need is Firestarter. I didn't need it the entire time. I think I accidentally tagged Firestarter on because I was trying to tag Controlled Burn on, and then I just didn't rectify that. That does sound like me. Divine Grace, increase the bottom end you can heal from as well as a little bit on the healing itself. I think Divine Comfort getting upped is especially good. I don't think I want to up both of the consecrations. Divine Comfort 100%. That needs to happen. I think maybe Inspiring Tune too. But Inspiring Tune is also having a little bit of difficulty in usage because I don't have the ability to move Neko into the right position consistently. Here's something I could consider. What if Finale wasn't my way of moving back? I know, far be it from this to be the case, but what if instead I use something like Fade to Black, because it upgrades to give blindness and a combo token to the target? And then when I'm at the back of the party, I'm not even at the back of the party, I'm at the second back of the party, which means the Vestal's still in the back position, which means I still have the ability to use my Slice Off and Harvest. Yeah, that's it, that's it. All right, Neko, you need to drop that, pick that up. As much as I want to upgrade Inspiring Tune right now, I don't think I can. Increasing the range that Divine Grace has access to, as well as the percentage that it heals, is very impactful when I'm going with max HP, as I am with Bumper Crop. It doesn't feel right to leave Gibberish without an upgrade here, though. I don't think Revenge is needed. I think Consecration of Light is effectively our version of Revenge. Just exists on a different character by base. Lower chance to blind oneself. I don't really care about that. I think it's maybe the masteryless character right there. Because Smokescreen desperately wants an upgrade, and now it's like Controlled Burn and Firefly both want an upgrade as well. What are you gonna do about it, buddy? Sanctuary. Well, there's a thought. What if I drop Judgment? There's a thought. What if the character that's not supposed to be dealing damage in the way that I've constructed this party currently, I understand that Vestal damage, etc. You know what I mean? How about we just use Sanctuary, actually? And if we upgrade it, we can even use it as a stress heal. Then Neko only needs to worry about direct stress healing Rolsum. Which actually, that would count as the stress heal upgrade that I'm looking for, which means I don't need to do something else instead. Yeah. And then maybe with stand up. Yeah, you don't still have Battle Ballad tagged. I didn't think that was still the case. Extra action. There's an extra... I mean, if you're acting the most... You know what? Q. Do I have a great reasoning behind that? Not especially. I just wanted... I needed to click something so it was done. I'm going to take 2 pouches of Lie, which would be used possibly to try and help take out the Lair boss. I could take an Incendiary Cocktail, but that's a very expensive way to try and get the ability to counter one thing from the Lair boss. Extra max HP from foods especially seems effective here. I'm gonna go stale bread and slime mold. Slime mold for gibberish, stale bread for Neko. I just want to get them a little bit more HP. That is about all that was called for here.
Every road a winding torment. Every turn bent on our destruction.
Not a great reason not to use the whiskey flask while I have it, though. There we go. I'm gonna give extra speed to Patricia. Oh, and you gain lightning reflexes! Just +2 speed by default. Unfortunately, I think you just lost... Yeah, I really wish it would show like it used to, the thing that you replaced. But I think you just lost the ranged bonus that you previously had. Alas. Okay, with a crit, Rawson's relationship with anyone could... except for Neko, could have been fixed. Oops. Alright. That's it. That's the party. Oh, 3 relationships. We get a hopeful relationship.
Aspiration unites the hopeful.
Our masked members of the team have buffed one another. What shop is negative stress, and so is Battle Ballad. Neat.
Tried and tested. A bond to be counted on.
Our DOT characters respect one another so much that they have tagged skills they never intend to use. Oh.
Each covets what the other has, and plots to take it.
You... Annoyingly, the envious relationship is also tagged in 2 abilities that I desperately do not want to be running right now, in Run and Hide and Judgment. Which means I'm going to need to remove an ability from each of the characters. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody, name of the game. That might as well have been Darkest Dungeon 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content in the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below, streaming past the names of the people who are generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays, and above the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Eloise. Hopefully you all been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.